Hi guys, this is Yacca. Let's have a look at the arena again. See which fun classes we can choose from here. Just finished the Warlock. I'd like to go for Priest, I think. Priest is where I need to practice a little bit. I haven't been playing a lot of Priest, and I think that it's not always that I get the best results out of it. But it's definitely something. It's a strong class. So let's try it out and rehearse a little bit. Primordial Drake is probably the best one. I'm not even sure I'll get any more spells. I probably will. A good 4, but this is a prime drop, prime card. With the adept mechanics, I think actually Blood Knight is pretty good. I could also go for a Dragon Priest. No, I'm going for the Blood Knight here. It's a good 3 nonetheless, but could go for the dragons, but it's not a strong dragon. This one gets run over by Kodo and stuff like that. Generally, in Priest, you would like to do a control play style, a little bit slower, getting the most out of your hero power and stuff like that. And that is supported really well by the stat line of the Corrupted Heal bot. That's what I want to go for here. The first mind control is insane. Really, really good. Removal here. Or another 5, another Corrupted Heal bot. I like Shadowed Horror against, for instance, Hunter or anyone that really develops a lot of small minions on the board. And those decks you do encounter in the arena anyway. And elementals, I do not have any more right now, so I won't be aiming for any synergy in there. I'll try the horror. Oh wow, why couldn't these be in 2 different ones? Both are really good. Single point removal in Shadowed Pain or Holy Nova. I think I already have board effects with the Primordial Drake and Shadowed Horror, so I think the single point removal, early game removal, is really good. Powered Shield is good. Pterodax. Might even be that I can force some synergy between Pterodax, Hatchling and Blood Knight. I think it's good. Weapons Guard. The decks I've been playing against since Weapons got a buff, so to speak, an offering bonus. I can't remember that I've been encountering a lot of weapons, but they should be there, and Bloodsail Corsair could be a really good tech card in that regard. Better than Blackwater Pirate at least, but Backroom Bouncer then. I don't have any 4-drops at the moment. I need to go for the safe card, which would be the Backroom Bouncer. Holy Fire, that's a lot of mana for dealing 5 damage. Fulcrum is really, really crazy good if I can get more dragons than the Primordial Drake. This would be maybe the time to aim for it. But Shifting Shade is so good. Like, so good. Last time I was in this situation, not against where I was kind of looking towards drafting certain synergies in the deck, I ended up so regretting that I did not pick the Shifting Shade. I think I will do this. Do that in this regard, because I only have one synergy card for the Bookworm. MCT, Stonehill, I think that's the more value pick, this one. Another horror. Oh, Spiked Hawk Rider. That's potentially initiative from the hand. Ancient Blade Buster is really good in Priest, allowing you to heal it. Another Stonehill. I don't have that many good tools, and I think this one I'm missing a 6-drop, so I think this is fine. And I guess you could argue that it synergizes with the Blood Knight if needs be. This one draws out wasps and stuff like that. It's not the Core Hound. Glacial Shards. I think that supports the deck archetype well enough. Okay, I'll pick the Streetwise Investigator. Cabal Chemist is really good. Generates more cards for me. A Weak Taunt. Somewhat of an initiative card that removes like a small minion. Or Naga Corsair, which is just a good average 4-drop, but has a severe drawback against the Golakka Crawler. I haven't ever actually, it's more the fear of the Golakka Crawler, I haven't ever tried it. Where anyone played it against me. But this is stronger. I'll pick that one. Second Mind Control. I don't think so, not in this regard. I have to be mindful about the 2s here. I also want to draft that, but I think I cannot pass up a Holy Nova. And 1 Mind Control is enough in the deck. Should be at least. Oh, Cabal Songstealer is so good at the moment. The silence effect is really strong. Especially against Paladin and all that stuff. Master Spell. I still have 1 silence effect. This only draws me a card. Bomb Squads. Works with the Cabal Songstealer. And I can heal. This is actually quite good in the Priest class. And this is a value card. Oh, I still have 4 3s. I think that's enough. Sing and Mind Control is not as good. Do I want to drop the Giant Mastodon instead? That's the only thing I do on that turn. It's one of those two. It might not be that my opponent has like a Giant Mastodon on their own, but just thinking about the Mind Control removes something on the opponent's board and puts it on your own. It's usually a much, if it's just a little bit of a heavier card than an average one, like a 4-drop or whatever, pardon me, then it is a lot stronger that way, because you both remove and add something of significant value on your side. Therefore, I think it is slightly ahead of the Giant Mastodon, but both cards could work. And if I get offered a 3rd Mind Control, then everything else more or less take precedence over that one. Sunwalker is strong, only have 1 6. I do not have any cards to buff early game, and I probably will not get enough, so Jungle Panther is better. Temple Enforcer, I should have enough AoE at the moment, I just need small cards. Vicious Fledgling will probably not see a lot of play, but still the strongest one here. Should be the last heavy card. I need small cards. Are there any duplicates in here? Actually, 2 mind controls. Raza will not be as valuable, but I will not be too thrilled about giving my opponent cards. This is where my strength should be. I'll pick Raza nonetheless, just as a solid 5. No, and no, I won't have that many cards to actually put this on. Spiteful Smith, even though I'm not thrilled about it. Stubborn Gastropod. And Mind Games, I guess. Because I'm also a little bit light on the force. Well, it's probably not as good because many arena decks right now have a lower curve. So I will probably get a lower cost minion, but might still be good though. What is this? 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6. Oh, I can't play it with them, so to speak. So. Mind Games. So this is not a great deck. It's definitely a control deck. Missing single point removal though. I do have some initiative cards from the hand, which is going to be, I need to utilize them as to the best of my ability. I think it's been a long time since I've had such little early game, and I think this is definitely, it's such a big drawback that I won't recover from it in most instances. So this one I do not expect to go that far, even though the cards are really good. The curve is really horrible. It's not good for most matches. Let's see how we manage with this one.
Anduin versus Uther. I will fight.
Amazingly enough, I actually get a Shadow with Pain, which is one of the 2 cards that I have on 2. And this allows me to respond to something that he might drop. Shadow with Pain into Vicious Fledgling into Backroom Bouncer. Into Raza. That actually resembles a curve somehow. Now Raza actually works.
Well played. The light shall burn you.
This should actually work. Unless he has something. Oh, okay.
No, trust me.
Background bouncer.
Job done.
And then Raza. to get a 0 mana hero power. That's amazing.
I love omelets. Back of the line. Surrender your will to Yacca.
There we go. This is not a great result.
Reporting for duty.
Holy Nova is pretty good. I guess so is Sunwalker.
Truth is back of the line.
Let's get rid of the Silverhand recruits. Those are the ones that he could use his life fused ticket on. What's that called? Life fused something to adapt. I guess I will bump in these two then. 2 cards. How annoying.
Living high on the hog. This piggy's going to market.
And then I actually want to use this because I want to go face. Would really like to push in those 7 damage. That's fine.
Reporting for duty.
Pretty good turn here. Streetwise. Injured Blade Master and heal. So he goes to 7. 1 off lethal then. If he clears the Injured Blade Master. Wow, that's the one that I was concerned about. Rightfully so, it seems. Okay. That does not really do anything. Which is fine by me. Okay, that does a little bit more.
Medic! Must move quickly. Reporting for duty. Hey, you!
Let's get rid of this one. Into this. Heal. And if he gets like a charge minion or whatever, then I can mind control. Oh, this is actually good enough to mind control.
Reporting for duty. Hey, you!
Controlling the board. What's that then? Eye for an eye? Not getaway Kodo, it's not. It's not noble sacrifice.
Victory is yours.
Would be repentance. Wow. Alright, I'm keeping it 3.
I will
I'm
fight
throwing
with
everything
honor.
else back.
The light shall bring victory.
This is too random. This is actually quite good. Would you skip the 2? I think so. And the curve just starts from the 3 drop. 3 to 4 to 5. Alright. Pretty good.
Hey, goons! Over here!
I'm not sure he'll, because he's doing a value play here. I'm not sure he'll win that in the long run.
Who goes there?
Okay. Where do I want to go? This one maybe? Sure, then +1/+1, divine shield, something like that. Health is pretty good. Let's do the health. So even if he drops a weapon here, yeah, he needs both the charge from the weapon and the small time Buccaneer to finish that one off. He needs to pump everything in.
I'm out of here!
It's pretty good. This one goes, it's good. And next turn I can drop an injured Blade Master and heal. Let's do this. And I'm keeping the Cabal Song Stealer for the Spike Ridge Steed.
I taste blood. Reporting for duty.
Alright, that's fair enough. I think actually holding over is good enough. Or the one place holding over, then I clear the board. The other play is Power Word Shield. Bump in. Heal. Gastropod.
I must consider.
Do I like that better? I use more cards that way. But then I have a catch-up mechanism if he goes wide on the board.
I wonder.
The other way around, I can also just bump in. That doesn't work because I was thinking of bumping in the Injured Blade Master and healing. I'll do the one with the gastropod.
I go unseen.
I want to use my hero power as much as possible because that's a really valuable hero power.
Reporting for duty.
want to do what? You know what? I think this time the Holy Nova is pretty good. I'll bump this one in first so I can get a heal. Actually, I only managed to get rid of 2 cards, but then also a weapon. A secret then? Oh, it's likely a secret. Okay, Arching Commander answers the board as it is right now. But the most, well, I can actually get rid of it with Shifting Shade, and then the Boulder Fist is the biggest threat as it is. Thinking that is the way around it. Vine Cleaver.
Reporting
Where are we on this one?
I wonder.
I'm guessing injured, heal, vicious fletchling, because he does not want that, so he's forced to put his cleaver into that one. And if he's spike riched, then I can always cabal. And heal. Or do we heal that one? I think we heal that one. Let me just go face here. Also want to diminish his opportunity to use his weapon. Diamond size.
reporting for duty.
Sure. I've got lethal already with the Arching Commander.
Your turn to bleed. Victory.
There we go. Hatchling is pretty good.
Anduin versus Valera.
Watch your back.
The other
The light
two
shall
are
bring victory.
too late game oriented. At least at the moment. Okay, I have an option on 3 now. Right. Injured place, plate of the candy, plate into 5, a Pterodax, into back room, into injured plate master. Let's go for the health. Health is usually better in priest.
Out of my jungle.
Not of course, yeah. We can get rid of that one, but it's the same deal with the backroom bouncer. Grab that one. Needs the dagger or something like that in order to get rid of it. It's actually close enough. Alright. Let's do this, then he can't kill them both. And he probably have a little bit more incentive to clear the injured blade faster.
I wonder.
Because I can heal that up higher than the 5. Okay, let's see. I'm unsure about the Vile Spine here.
Choose soon.
I don't think I can play around anything right now. Sunwalker seems good. That heal does not do anything. He should have healed his own face, I think. Here I'm going to bump into the Earthen Ring. And then I can drop the Sunwalker. And if he for whatever reason does not clear it, bump off the shield, then I can drop the Blood Knight. But the buff to the Blood Knight isn't adamant in all this.
Your turn to bleed!
Looking for me carried treasure.
Alrighty. Pint size? Let's not get it low enough, I think. Oh well, it does a little bit if I can power its shield. Well, Blast Crystal might be good. And if not, then I'll just drop a Jungle Panther.
Drink the power.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. Freeze this one, and we go face.
Your turn to bleed!
And then Lethal is set up. He needs to taunt or heal.
So many options. So many options.
Okay. That's fair. There's a couple of things. Is that it? No, not really. 7, then I still need 4 more damage. I think I just need to develop threats here. Let's draw first, right? Bomb Squad. Is that good? No, I'll do this.
You on the list?
Glory to the Centaura!
There we go. He needs to clear those two, and then holding over is still lethal. But of course he does not know that. And oh sorry, he needs to clear one more, of course. But I just need to have one.
Scuttle the ship!
Nice.
Anduin
The
versus
chemist, of
Yacca.
course. The chemist is a cross-class guy.
Victory or death!
The light shall bring victory.
A 2 into a 3 into a 4 into a 5. It's pretty good. Sure. It's actually something that resembles a curve. It's not bad. Let's see what he drops on turn 1 or 2. The only thing which could make this stronger would be the gastropod. There's one card in the rest of the deck, so there's no reason in trying to aim for getting that when you actually have a pretty strong curve. I don't think he traded any cards either, so he probably has a strong start as well.
I wonder.
Okay. And with my lack of 2-drops, I really... And also the lack of catch-up mechanisms, I don't think there's that many actually in this priest deck. I really think it's curious that I'm even at 3-0 now. I haven't had my first loss.
I must choose.
Alright. Seems like my opponent is away doing something else than playing the game.
What now?
If there's nothing here, I think I'm just going for the strongest play, which is going to be the Blade Master. He's back. Or maybe. Okay, then I'm still going for the strongest play, which is the Blade Master. You probably would equip the... if you have a fiery war axe. So that's why I'm not playing around that. Okay.
Out of my jungle!
Not that one. That one is poor in relation to the mana cost, and tutorial for Shell Razor is pretty good.
Your turn to bleed!
And it's an alternative turn 4 play than the Cabal Chemist, which I think is really good because this is understated.
Preserve us!
Next turn I can do something with the Holy Nova and then still clear without losing any of my minions. But he'll probably trade into the Stonehill Defender. Okay, that's a bit surprising. Okay, that's pretty insane. Yeah, good Holy Nova, and then that clears the board, but I think that's not the best play here. I could do a... I don't have a turn 3 play. Shadow with Pain, that one. Stubborn Gastropod. I still have the Holy Nova for the next turn. I'm floating a mana, but I guess that's okay. It's not the best target for this one. Alternatively, I'll just do this. I think this is better actually, and then I bump in this one. Yeah, I could maybe hold it over next turn. If he drops like a Fen Creeper here, then Shadow with Pain is insanely good.
I wonder. I must choose.
He's really thinking about it. He does nothing, then what? Then a heal and Cabal Chemist. He's not really in the game, it seems. This one, this is Fletchling.
I wonder.
Job done.
I think he managed to be the one that actually picked the other elemental from the Servant of Calamus. Which is good. Oh, pardon me.
I wonder.
Too bad I can't mind control.
I must consider.
But I can drop the chemist. And then heal this one. I'm getting a good option for this one next time. Blast crystal, that's pretty good. I'll just take it easy. I'm going to fall behind with a single mana, but I think that'll be okay. But if he didn't actually, if he wasn't the one picking the elemental, I think that was the Tar Lord here. That was pretty lucky.
What now? I must choose.
He's really taking his time. Okay. Then what? Like the blast crystal, that's always happening, I think. But then what? The shadow with pain, or I bump in the 3/3. Mind game.
I wonder.
I guess I mind game. Mind game, blast crystal, bump in the 3/3.
Must choose quickly.
For the war tree.
Oh, nice. He's going to use the ogre to train in and sets up a pretty good holding order. That was the logic behind that one. I was thinking about just shortly, that's what I had the time for. The liquid membrane. There's nothing really the way I see it that he can target.
What now?
Yeah, he needs to use that one.
Hey, goons! Over here!
Holding over, Jungle Panther. And then I don't do anything. Anything else? If not, then it's... No, he has some pretty good traits then. This one here. And chill. Because then I can actually charge out the spiked Hawk Rider. What else? Am I gonna bomb squad, silence, something like that?
What now? I wonder.
I don't think there's anything I can draw into that will be lethal on the next turn. No, I don't see it. Okay. That's a good power pain. Would you stop healing? Let's do this. Clear that one.
This thing is going to market.
If he drops a big taunt, I can mind control it. Right now, it just doesn't seem like he has the resources to finish off anything on my board. We need initiative from the hand. I'm kind of forcing him to have an answer. And if it's just one big answer, then I have a very good mind control. Must say, I was expecting more weapons out of the warrior at the moment.
I must choose. What now? Last, a worthy disciple.
So this will trade here, this will trade here, and then I have that one to finish it off.
This piggy's going to market.
Right now, I don't think he has any resources to finish it off. At least I'm forcing him to have another answer again. And right now, the answer that he had seemed like it was kind of a stretch with the Totolan Primalist.
What now?
And again, I have an answer. If it's a big taunt, or something like that. Or if he drops a charge minion that actually survives, or something like that.
I must choose.
It's curious that he's waiting until the very last point in time. Does he have an answer? Okay.
Anduin versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
With this deck, the best I can ask for is a 3 and a 4 and a 5, which I got here. The 2 is not realistic to aim for, but again, there are other 5s. Okay, the 5 I'll trade in, because then I have maybe another option on 3, or I might, on the off chance, get a 2. Wow. My only 2-drop. Oh yes, you'll just ping that over the course of 2 turns. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Glory to the Fedora!
And then what? Shifting Shade? Oh, he has something.
It's time for a little blood.
Okay, let's put him a little bit on the spot here because he does not want to
For Lorthamar!
ping this one, but he might need to. He is really falling behind here. I have a strong 4-drop, but this might be even better. Let's try this one.
Talk about a nice suit.
For Lorthamar!
Kind of the same thing.
Back of the line.
Okay, then I can bump in that one and Shifting Shade.
Back of the line.
A good answer from him now would be to go wide on the board, and then I have a good answer for that as well. Okay. Turn 7 is the Flame Strike turn. But does he have a Flame Strike? Alternatively, I can go face for 13. It's not like I have that much more reach afterwards. Stonehill might be good. This might allow me to draw into some more damage. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Let's go face here. The annoying thing is I actually have a read here that he has an area of effect and probably a Flame Strike, because the only reason for dropping an 8/8 that's not a taunt is because you either have no more options, which is perfectly fine. I already won now. The other way around, he has an AoE. He's looking for taunt. Oh, he got it. I'm not sure it's enough, but it's not.
I go unseen.
Anduin versus
The
Uther!
Primordial Drake. I think that's actually the first time I've seen it
Light shall bring victory.
during this run. But again, it's too early now. I need to draw into a 5 or even the Gastropod. An alternative 3. Perfectly fine. This might actually be a little bit better. So play into Consecration. I think this one is probably better. +3 attack or poisonous. If he gets +3 health, then I still won't be able to take care of it with that one.
I wonder.
Divine Shield. I'm thinking poisonous here. That is not good. So this way, I will be able to, even though he gets a +1/+1, I can still take care of him. He gets at least 2 adapts now. Poisonous. That was a pretty bad adapt. Some Fury, okay. Come on. Divine Shield. Oh, jeez.
Reporting for duty.
Holy Nolan. Guess Rasa kinda works as well.
Surrender your
This one is worse. If we're looking at the life you stick it on. Why did he put him in that one? Well, he only hit me once.
Gotta be kidding me!
Oh, Stoneham is crazy good here. Oh, okay, well, rather good.
out of my jungle.
Psychotron, I think. Sure.
Taste my blades.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. If you can remove the taunt, then he actually has at least 15 damage. Ouch.
Reporting for duty.
My shield again.
Well played.
Man, not so fast.
I see gold in your future. Job's done.
I don't think I managed to come back from this one. That would be crazy if I managed to do that. Okay.
Well played. Reporting for duty.
How about you take it easy? I had 2 more mana.
You can't hide from me.
That's it.
Job's done.
It's a bit annoying losing to the Vicious Fletchling. But fair enough. I won my share of games to the Vicious Fletchling anyway. It's just a card where you need to have an answer for it, and a deck like this usually does not have it. I only have one card that is a good response to that, and that's the Shadow Word Pain, and that only works on the turn that my opponent drops the Vicious Fletchling. So, but fair enough. I'll push back the other 2 to draw for another 3 or 4, or even a 2 if I should get so lucky. No. Okay. Okay, at least I have something on the curve, but just in turn 3. Stormwave is pretty good here. Should be able to soak up some charges. Dark Creeper's Engine. Next turn I can drop the Naga Corsair. And then I could Dark Creeper heal. Drop that one. Kind of a turn 5 play, even though I have 2 already.
I must consider.
Never that one. And on turn 6, well, I think the Dark Creeper is the one I get the most value out of. Because it's 1 mana cheaper and I need the defense.
My mother does love this face.
There we go. Just get rid of that one. Oh, Shield Strike. Streetwise Investigator, I think. Not then it is this one here. That's not all that good. Rasa, it's just a 5/5. There's an upside to that as opposed to the Spite. It can have charge, but the other upside is a lot better. I think I'll just drop this.
You can't hide from me.
And then I can also soak up a charge from the weapon. Venom weapon. Okay, interesting. And I think the Sunwalker. No. I was thinking about the Sunwalker, but not with the. Was the Other City Huckster out there? Because then you could bump in that one and then use his dagger. You also have the Tar Creeper and Pterodax up there. I think that might actually be a little bit better, but I will be falling behind just a little bit. It's either Divine Shield or Death Rattle.
Quickly.
I'm thinking Divine Shield here. little bit more awkward for him.
Out of my jungle!
Spiked Hawk Rider is good here. If he does not use his weapon, I want to clear the pirate, because then it's not really worth all that much. Oh, he uses it. Would like to clear it anyway. I don't think I'm able to though. Spiked Hog Rider. I've done backroom pounds, but then I can't get past that one. I guess I'll trade into the 2-2. Fortunately,
This piggy's going to
it's a
market.
somewhat good trade. Alright, can't get rid of that one. And then he only has one kind of good trade. Ooh, pardon me.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. So he does not want to clear it. Thinking the Sunwalker. I think I need to, because I need to start. I need to stop.
Truth is my shield.
Too bad.
Anduin versus Jaina.
Tåbeligt, der går rundt med den tubertest i sit eget hjem.
The light shall bring victory.
Jordan er mit hjem.
Let's see if we can manage to go anywhere above 5 wins. What is Rasa? No, I don't think so. I need to draw the mind controller first anyway. We'll just keep the 3-drop. Mulligan for other 3s. There we go.
Og du må også lære at styre Damon. Han er alt for vild.
And when I draw Rasa, it's good. Alright.
Jeg hader hende. Jeg hader dem. Og nu udspionerer de os.
Bold move. I think this counters it really well.
Kom, vi går ind og
3
kigger efter.
into 4 into 5 into 6. So I need a 6-drop.
Job done.
Måske er det en dårlig idé.
Godt se et menneske.
Se her.
Okay, Jungle Panther is pretty good here.
Intercession. Hvad betyder det her? Selskabet i nord.
This could work as a 5.
Snap. Snapperne. Snap er en forkortelse.
I can do an injured blade blast into a power shield.
Workman, Edwards, Parslow, Costa.
My shield,
Here, Roger.
Roger.
Du leder snapperne. Vi må væk.
What are we doing here?
Du trænger til noget at lave. Vil du hjælpe med at arrangere rejsen? Du vil da gerne med til Nora, ikke? Hvor er han henne?
So that's a bit awkward. I can draw one there and then heal it. Then that will go to a 4-1 into a 4-3.
Skynd dig, lyre.
Or I can keep it stealthed. And shifting shade. Oh, that's pretty bad. Because you can trade the leftover to drop into it.
Jeg ved ikke, hvad du bruger til. Hvad skal du gøre, planen? Du redde Roger. Og sæt
Thinking this.
alle bedre her.
Quickly.
Det går bare at spørge om en job.
Okay, vi er nået langt.
Needs to bump into two things here.
Well played.
Snapperne. Vi leder efter hende fra kanalen. Må være her et sted. Vi må ikke stikke af. Jeg ved ikke hvorfor, men vi kan ikke gøre det.
Next turn of Yacca is really good.
Det er flyene heller ikke. Eller dem flyene heller ikke.
Fang hende!
What to do? What to do?
Ben!
I don't know, mind the slow turn here. He needs to ping again. The most important thing out of the Rasa is the 0 mana hero brawl.
Thank you.
Okay, fireball. Then I am thinking Sunwalker. Is there a better play? Pterodax with the adaptation could be something. Not the gastropod, it's too easy to get around now. Shifting shade, 2-drop now. This contests the entire board. And he already used the fireball. Well, that would be the 2-3 drops, but I think those are too easily dealt with.
Truth is my
Shifting shade into the Blade Master could be a play next turn. 3 mana, 4-5. Is he trading in everything? No, another fireball. Oh, that's amazing. Corrupted heal bot. Couldn't see anything else on this next turn. I think Pterodax and Corrupted Heal bot. I need to aim for him running out of answers.
Goddag, Lord Farm.
Lord Farm.
Hej, Lyra. Sæt du dig henne ved siden af mig. Ej, nu kommer jeg til igen.
Nej, det var mig.
Ja.
I'm sorry. Bare fordi jeg skulle blive russet.
Ja, det skal du ikke.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Guess I could use holding over now. That would be great.
Og Lukas vil være med penge.
Runs out on me.
Sæt du dig hen ved siden af mig. Vi er bare på dig. Omkring bordet sidder skal vi uddanne tårer. På vores gæst, og vi beskytter dig. Nu er jeg Lukas. Jeg vil gerne
This
takke,
one is pretty good.
fordi de har passet på mig. Lad nu være. Hvorfor gjorde de det? Når Lasdal har været en god ven af Egyptien i mange år. I mange år har vi haft til opgave at holde mig underrettet om dig.
And then another 2? No, it's not that good.
Men det vidste du
2
ikke.
and 4.
Da Mrs. Corpus stod i dig,
Oh, I just need to play it.
anede det også, at hun havde noget med snapperne. Det havde hun. Hun og snapperne tog mobilen.
This one does
Det
not
kan jeg ikke
really
give en
do
fjernkontroller.
anything.
Lyra, vi ved godt, hvordan det har gået dig. Hvis du stak af, og familien koster velfærd.
Well, this is
Men det er noget andet, jeg skal fortælle. Har du glemt noget?
I think this is the best one.
Hvad er det, du skal sige?
I think that's what we need to do right now.
Det ved jeg ikke. Når du er færdig, må du gerne komme over.
Something is a little bit off with the board.
Out of my jungle!
Nu fik jeg et andet spørgsmål, som ikke er det samme.
I'm late.
Mor, kan vi bare fjerne det der? Mor,
Okay. So what am I thinking here? I don't want to shadow it pain
Nej,
that
det vil
one.
sige, det er jo de folk, som
So I have 7 left.
det er jo de
So
folk,
it will be those 2 probably.
Must consider.
siger lad være med at vise dem det.
Or a 2 and a 5. 5 and a 3.
Det her er rektor. Jeg troede, magistratet havde taget
I want to get rid of that threat.
det er hendes.
I must consider.
There we
Det
go.
er et astrometer.
And this one, let's see which adaptation.
Det gyldne kompas, men det kan man se, hvad andre vil skylde. Der er 3 viser, om
Flaming Flows would be the best healing here.
peger på 3 symboler og kan stille alt spørgsmål.
In one big minion, like a giant mastodon.
Man indkredser sit spørgsmål, hvorefter den blå viser peger på flere symboler, der så giver flere. Kan du finde børnene med det? Jeg kan ikke lide det. Den kunst er kun få forbundet. Må jeg prøve? Ja, værsgo.
What to do?
Jeg kan ikke læse.
Flame dice. Is that worth my control?
Barn betyder børn. Ikke ved jeg dog, Lyra. Man må ikke
Probably not. Corrupted heal body's good though.
Hold fast i spørgsmålet indeni.
But then I need to do this as well. Even though it's not that much value. one big minion.
Vi viser hemmeligheden, hvor Roses aften, som har over det hele, for at helgade at de har været døde.
Wow, 3 fireballs.
Men jeg stoppede der først den anden gang. Første gang tøede Israel stod vildt. Oven på timepladsen er der en kran.
I think I need to play this.
Tak børn, skriv jeres brev færdigt.
He's got pyroblasts.
Fie, hvor har du ikke skrevet noget? Din mor savner dig jo sikkert. Ja, så.
Seems like it. Yep.
Der er Fie, ven. Jeg ved ikke hvad.
The only way to play around it would be to mind control the Fen Creeper.
De hjælper os, og snart.
So that was a very specific answer. I guess this is how far we got.
Eller lære tipsbørn.
Let's see.
Altså, jeg piller ikke.
Lære at skrive sandheden.
Jeg piller ikke.
See the
Skriv
rewards.
mig et brev. Jeg har også været
Alright. Alright guys, it was a pretty fun match. The priest deck that we got was really bad with only two drops. No, actually only 1 2-drop, so it was actually quite weird. So, yep. Anyways, thanks for watching guys.